morning. Here we are with Mr. Paolo Gurisatti, who is the project manager of the Emergence by Design project. Thank you for being here, Paolo.
Okay.
So, could you please at first explain which is your background and introduce yourself, and which is your role in the project?
Yeah. Fundamentally, I'm an industrial economist, and so I'm working with clusters of small businesses, not only in Italy but in other regions of the world. And I'm particularly engaged in using new tools for organizing my facilitation role. I'm the project manager in this project MD. At the moment, I'm working as director at ECLT, European Center for Living Technology.
Could you please explain the objectives and needs addressed by the Emergence by Design project?
Yes, we started with a problem to solve. Is how to better organize the engagement of citizens and entrepreneurs in innovation projects. We found a critical point in several projects in the fact that the designer and also the participant very often are engaged, but they cannot understand what is the evolution of a project, what are the unexpected cascade of consequences of their decisions. And the idea of creating a tool for giving a dynamic evaluation of what is happening in a project is driving our interest. Say that the critical problem is to design a platform, a technological platform, an ICT platform, enabling the project manager or dynamic evaluators to store the narratives, the interpretation of what is happening in a project in a toolbox, in a repository, and in a database that can be used then to represent, to check and to analyze the coherence of all the interpretation available in the project, and then to produce a feedback for the participants, enabling them to better manage their participation. And this is easy to say, is easy to define, say, at a theoretical level, more difficult to implement in practical terms.
So can you explain us the outcomes and impacts of the project in terms of output produced, such as the dynamic evaluation, or in terms of which is the impact of dynamic evaluation in the real work of the social innovators?
Yes. First of all, one of the most useful outcomes of the project is, say, a language. We call it a language, the A4 language. That is a way to describe the evolution of a project by using, say, a visual description of the narrative structure and the roles of the people engaged in the project. A4 means the description of the agents, their characters, the artifacts, so the result of their actions obviously, and attributions. By combining these fundamental elements in the language, you can sketch the narrative structure, so the skeleton of a story describing the evolution of a project, and you can check say the quality of or the coherence of the roles and the narratives used by the participants for describing what is going on. This is, say, a basic tool because it is implemented in a in a platform that you can use, and it's a tool that enables the dynamic evaluators to describe the situation and to check the description with the data inserted into the database. This kind of outcoming is useful in the evaluation of a process, because you can provide the participants, not only the designer, but all the participants with a feedback, the description of the situation, and then they can use the platform in order to check if the description provided by an evaluator is in line with their interpretation or can be compared with other descriptions. And it's a complicated tool that is requiring high competencies, say a deep knowledge in complex systems, complex projects, project management, and evaluation. But it's providing evaluators and project managers with a very powerful tool.
Which are the future developments of the project?
Now the problem is to create a community of users. So starting from the people more, say, aligned with the theoretical approach and the need for a dynamic evaluation and ex-post evaluation, and to check with them not only the practical use of the platform, but also to accumulate experiences, stories, descriptions of existing projects, narrative structures, in order to learn by the use of the platform, not only about how to improve the quality of the tool, but also coming back to the theory and the practice of the dynamic evaluation, implementing new aspects and new orientations in this new profession, I may say, this new approach to project evaluation.